What's up YouTube, Havoc here, back with a video, and today I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some more Clash Royale gameplay. So in today's video, we're going to be showing you guys a deck that I did not make, but I did copy from someone that I was facing in challenge. I got wrecked with this deck, and to be honest, I copied it, and I used it, and I won for 4 straight wins. I did end up losing the challenge, and that's because I only had one chance left when I started using this deck. So I don't know if I would have gone for 12 straight wins. That's a little bit unrealistic, but 4 straight wins, that's alright. So we're carrying the Goblin Barrel, the Hog Rider, the Ice Spirit, the Princess, Minion Horde, Skeleton Army, Inferno Tower, and the Log. And let's go ahead and check out the first replay. So we're going against this guy over here. I'm going to go ahead and fast forward it a little bit. And if you guys can see, I dropped my Hog Rider and Princess, and it did some massive damage on that tower. So sometimes with this deck, you can just go ahead and jump right into it. But sometimes you want to wait because you may have a very weird start deck. Like for example, if you have an Inferno Tower and a Log and Skeleton Army and an Ice Spirit, you can't really do anything with that. So you'd rather wait and see what he drops first. If you know what I mean, that should be easy to understand. So he's gonna go ahead and drop a Giant and a Ice Spirit. I'm gonna drop my Inferno Tower, and this will defend against the Giant. And I'm gonna drop my Skeleton Army to help out with taking out that Giant because it was going very slow. The process of taking out the Giant was pretty slow. So far so good. My Princess is gonna go ahead and take out those Fire Spirits, and he's gonna go ahead and Fireball my Princess. I don't know if that's a good thing to do, Fireball a tower just for the Princess. I would wait for a lot of troops to be next to the tower to Fireball it, but I mean, everyone's different, and I guess he wanted to go ahead and do it different. Alright, so now I have 10 Elixir. I'm gonna try and drop my Hog Rider to that tower with my Princess, and if you guys can tell, this guy was trying to counter everything I dropped, but I at least got 2 or 3 hits on the tower each time. So if you can get 3 to 2 hits on a tower each time you drop your Hog Rider, it's probably worth it to do so. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop my Inferno Tower again, and he's gonna drop that little Fireball a tad late because he did miss the skeletons, but I don't think it was a big deal because he does end up getting to my tower with the Mega Minion and the Giant. So it's a pretty deadly combo there, and he does take my tower down to 600. So the tower is down to 58, and all I have to do is probably just drop a Goblin Barrel or my Hog Rider to get 1 hit on that tower. So again, Skeleton Army, he's gonna go ahead and zap that, and my Princess should take out some of these Fire Spirits that are coming in right now. So I'm gonna log the Mega Minion for some reason. I don't know why I did that, don't do that, but I got a little bit confused and I logged the Mega Minion, but that doesn't really matter. We already won the match, and here we go, 6 seconds left. I don't think he's going to make a comeback unless he has a Fireball, but it's not cycled in his deck, so unfortunately he's gonna go home with a loss. Alright, so here we're going against Steely from the core. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward this, and we dropped a Hog Rider and Ice Spirit. We only unfortunately got 1 hit on that tower, so it wasn't a very good push, but it was rather more of a test push to see what he has in his deck. So he has Barbarians so far, and the Musketeer, and for some reason he drops a Poison to defend against the Princess. I'm not sure if that's a really good trade there, but he does have a Log, so I was probably use the Log instead, but he does use a Log for my Goblin Barrel, which does in fact take out 300 damage from the tower, so it's a pretty good deal. Alright, so now we have a Minion Horde. I'm gonna go ahead and drop my Hog Rider and Ice Spirit, and let's go ahead and see how successful this push can be. So Minion Horde takes out his minions, my Hog is on his tower and the minions, and boom, there we go, we take out his tower in 2 pushes. That's actually not that bad considering that we just started this match not so long ago. So I'm gonna drop my Skeleton Army here, and the Giant is not gonna make it to the tower, probably just 1 hit on the tower, and that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna drop probably the Goblin Barrel and the Hog Rider on the other side. Nope, probably just my Goblin Barrel. So I tried to defend against a Bomber with the Ice Spirit for some reason, but it didn't work, so that's a little bit of a fail there, but yeah, don't try that. So once again, Minion Horde, I'm going to deploy my Princess, and he's going to deploy a Poison down. So I'm going to drop my Goblin Barrel, which is going to take around 300 damage on that tower. The Log doesn't make it to my Princess, which she does survive. So now it's time to deploy my Inferno Tower and my other Princess, because of course I had enough time to deploy 2 princesses almost at the same time. So on the right side, he does not take out the tower with the giant. Of course, my minions are too overpowered to, you know, let the giant get any damage on a tower. But he did drop a poison and it did take them out, but that wasn't really enough to stop the push. So that's another win right there, and now let's go to move on to another one. Now, I would show you guys this one over here, but this is a level 8, so it's not a really fair game, but I will show you guys this one over here, which is from Goldie Hamo from a Rap 2. Alright, so Goblin Barrel down and Hog Rider. Let's go ahead and see how much damage we can get from this little push here. And 15, 10, and we got it down to only 500 HP, which is pretty good considering the fact that we just literally started this match. So I'm going to drop my Inferno Tower, which is going to freeze the Mega Minion and the Royal Giant. Pretty good trade deal here. And looking at so far, if the Royal Giant does get a few hits on my tower, I don't mind, as long as he doesn't get like 10 hits on it. So yeah. Alright, so moving on to his little push here, he has a Valkyrie and a Mega Minion. I didn't really have elixirs, so he does get a good amount of damage on that tower, which I gotta give it to him, that was pretty good. He knew that I didn't have elixirs, so he dropped all he could. So, Goblin Barrel here, a few minions, and there we go, the tower's gone, just like that, and it's just that simple. Sometimes with this deck, you'll just drop a few troops, 2 pushes, and the tower's gone. So that's what I like about this deck. Sometimes you just don't need to try over and over and over, but the second or third try will do it. So my right tower is down to 800, but I shouldn't really be worrying about it because I can still drop troops on the left side and try and take that out, but I have to kind of be cautious about his Royal Giant. At this point, I was kind of excited, saying to myself, yeah, he's not going to win, but you never want to get too excited because you take out his tower. Sometimes he can make a huge comeback and you have no elixir to stop it. So make sure you're paying attention even if you take out both his towers, because sometimes decks can get a little rough in the 2x overtime. Alright, so Goblin Barrel is down and my Princess and also an Ice Spirit is not going to do much, probably around, I don't know, 500 damage. But looking good so far. Alright, so he does arrow my minions, but I'm going to go ahead and deploy my Inferno Tower and Skeletons, which do take out the Royal Giant. That's what I like about the Inferno Tower, which I can take out to the Royal Giant or any tank really pretty fast. And it's a really big disappointment that it's going to get patched soon. I don't know if it's real or not, it's just leaks, but if it's real, I am really disappointed because the Inferno Tower is one of the best things to use when trying to combat these, you know, tank decks like the Golem and the Inferno Tower and the Royal Giant, and yeah. So that's it for that match, guys, and that is pretty much it for this deck. So that's pretty much it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to use a deck, it is the Goblin Barrel, Hog, Ice Spirit, Princess, Skeleton Army, Minion Horde, Inferno Tower, and the Log. And if you don't have the Log, you can swap that for the arrows. And if you don't have the Princess, you can probably swap that out for the archers. So that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please rate, comment, and subscribe for more videos. Tell me what you guys think below in the comments section below. See you all in the next one. Peace.